record, because you definitely want to go back and listen to the recording. Let's see here. Cool. All right. So I always like to start off the training with anybody does anybody have any questions? This a good. This a long light. Does anybody have any questions? Any questions on anything before we jump right into the call? So I'll give that about 30 seconds. So anybody can think of any questions they might have. So while you're thinking of that, I would like to welcome everybody to the team. Welcome everybody to the call. Welcome Mr. Antonio Johnson. How are you, sir? So we'd like to welcome everybody to the call this evening. And as we jump right into training, the way that we do our training is first and foremost, and we give you the website if you have not been introduced to the website yet. If you go to extra, let me go ahead and pull it up myself. That way I can work on my screen share activity. Let's see here. You want to go to extradigitmovement.com. Let's see here. Go ahead and pull that up real quick. Extradigitmovement.com, you're going to be able to go over there, and there's a lot of information. There's a lot of training over there with Brian Bean. And let's see here. Pull that up. There we go. All right. I'm going to share my screen real quick. Nope, not that one. Let's see here. Can you see that screen there? Extra Digit Movement. Mr. Antonio, can you see my screen there?
Yes, sir.
All right, perfect. It says Extra Digit. Awesome. All right, cool. So if you go to the Extra Digit Movement website, guys, you just navigate through there. If you click on members and move that a little bit, you scroll down here, you'll see a training on Go for Gold. This Brian Bean training. If you have anybody who is, what I do is sometimes people who are getting started and people who have not yet gotten started, I also send them to this website, Extra Digit Movement, so that they can do their W-4, so they can get started and be able to create the money to get started. So I send them over here. Or if you go on down right here, this is what we're going to go over right now. This says training information, Go for Gold. This is Brian Bean going over the system that he taught us how to do, and that's why we've been having success. And if you also click on the PDF files to the right of it there, you will see the system that we're getting ready to go over real quick. And then there's additional training right here. This is accountability. Let's see, what's this? Adjustment versus refund. That is basically a video that you can, there's a training there, should be a PDF file to the right of it. That's just something that you can use to pique a person's interest. That's what these videos are here. This is the rule of 72. This is the bloody mess. And it also that's showing people how credit cards affect their life. So all these are good videos to watch. This is also the last one here. It talks about how to host a strategy session at your home. And so you have those available to you. But if you want to go back and learn the system here, you can watch that video there and also watch the recording of this one. So has anybody thought of any questions they might have at this point? If not, we're going to go ahead and jump right into the training. Cool. All right. As our EVPs begin to jump on, we're going to let's see here. I'm learning how to navigate this thing myself. All right, there we go. So as our EVPs jump on, we're going to do a little bit more advanced training as far as, helping people understand objections and being able to close, because we want you making money. If you're going to build this business, we want you to increase your chances of being able to help people to get aboard, come aboard our organization, come aboard the team so that they can change their life. So I always tell people that this business is two things. Number one is having somebody to talk to. So we're going to show you how to do that. There's many ways to accomplish that. And then the second thing is knowing what to say to those people when you finally have somebody to talk to. You got to know what to say to them so that you can help them to make a decision that they really need to make. So I'm really learning myself the value of being able to help people to get involved in what it is that we do, because if not, then they're hurting themselves and they don't even know it. So the better we are at helping them to move forward, to get involved without necessarily trying to convince them, but just really able to help them to really see clearly what it is that we do, the greater your chances of building your organization and building your team. So let's see here. And we also want to say congratulations to Ms. Bivens for going EVP as well. So congratulations. And also Ms. Candace Ivory went EVP as well. So definitely want to say congratulations. That is phenomenal. And now you're in the base shop. Now it's time to go get that bonus. And I tell all the EVPs, I say, I tell the story because when Dre started working with me here in Tampa, he went EVP, and I was like, man, go get him, And it was a while before he hit that bonus. So I brought him back in. I said, let's work together. Let's continue to work together so that you can, learn how to close and on the back end, be able to get their questions answered, make sure people feel comfortable. And we did that. We worked together all the way until he hit that bonus. So stay plugged in. I'm saying that to say stay plugged in with Cortez, stay plugged in with Militia, so that you can get to that bonus quick and easy, and get the training that you need to succeed. So let's do that. Let's go back there. Cool. So I'd like to start off with the system. Have anybody to help me with that? Anybody can run us through the system real quick? It's the 5 P's. All right, I got 6 people on. Can anybody run through the system real quick? I'll wait.
I'll take 3 out of 5 for 100, Alex.
Okay. I appreciate that one.
I always have a problem with the last 2 for some reason.
Okay. It's plug in and promote.
Thank you. I'm writing that, and I'm going to say that forever.
And that's why I say it over and over, because I know I forget it too. But it just helps to drill it and drill it and drill it to get it in. So yeah, so it's plug in and promote. So go ahead and run us through those, Miss Ivory.
But then in that case, I need. Wait a minute, hold on. I had peak and pass and promote. So now I'm missing another one in that case, because now I have peak, pass, plug in, and promote. I'm missing some in the middle.
Okay, the first one is prospect.
Oh.
Okay. Peak and pass are together. And then present, and then plug in, and then promote.
All right, I got it now.
All right.
Yeah, I've been doing a lot of prospecting.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I see. Congratulations. That's awesome.
Thank you.
All right. So walk us through how that goes. What's up, Brian?
Okay. So I'm going to prospect.
Okay.
And then pick them and pass them.
Mm-hmm.
And plug them in to somebody.
Okay, you on prospect, peak and pass, and then present.
Present. Okay, that's what. Now I understand. Peak and pass. Let me put that and in there. Peak and pass is together.
Okay.
So prospect, peak and pass, present, plug in, and then promote.
Plug in and then promote. Correct. Now, let me tell you the good stuff. Good job. The importance of the system is so that you can duplicate yourself. Anytime, and the reason why people fail in this industry and this business is because they don't duplicate themselves. And a lot of times people are afraid to recruit anybody because they telegraph the fear of, I don't know what to do next once you get started. So you don't want to join me because I don't know what I'm doing, but I'm trying to share it with you at the same time. So you got a foot on the brake and a foot on the gas. But when you're confident that you have a system that you just plug them into the system, and you're okay with saying, "Come on, I got you." You know, I'm gonna show you how to do this. I'm having success. I know what I'm doing, and I can show you how to do the exact same thing. So when you have a system that's duplicatable, then just like McDonald's, you go into McDonald's, and like Dre said last week, you got the French fry machine over here to the left. You got the ice cream machine in the back. You got the cash register with all the pictures, and you got the menu right over top of your head. So that's the system. So I can work at McDonald's in Tampa and go all the way to Ohio and work at McDonald's there, and leave there and go to California and work at McDonald's. And they might have little differences, but for the most part, it's the same system. So we have a system in place as well that Brian Bean taught us, and it's called prospect, peak and pass, present, plug in, and then promote. So I'll just run through that real quick. Prospect is you're gonna put together your list. You're gonna put together a list of people that you know. Some people like doing a list, some people don't. I think I love doing the list because like right now I'm training a few people and that's doing phenomenal. They put their list together and they have credibility in their market. And when you go to talk to them, it's very easy, because it's a friend talking to a friend. It's easy to do. So you have them put together that list, and then you want to continue adding to that list. So if you put together a list of 25 names, we want to talk to your top 10, but we also want you to continue adding to that list and get that list to about 300 people. So you can grab business cards, you might run across somebody. Let me get your name and phone number, give you a call, get something I want to share with you. So you want to become great at prospecting. Some people are building it huge. Some people are conversationally marketing. So you're out and about, you're at the gas station, you're talking to somebody, or you're at an event, you meet somebody, you ask them for a business card. 9 times out of 10, they don't have one, but you say, ask them anyway. So you have a business card? I'd like to get some information over to you. No, I don't. Well, it's right on the back of my card right here. Boom. Now you got their name and their phone number, and it said, yeah, we'll talk later. I got something I want to share with you. Very, very powerful. Are you familiar with income shifting? No, I never heard of it. It's some powerful stuff. I'll talk to you about it later. Now you got their interest peaked. So that's where you go into the peak and pass. So now you pique them, you pique their interest, and they're open. Then you give them a call up and say, hey, remember I was going to share some information with you about income shifting? Yeah, I remember. Well, great. What I want to do is I have a quick video I want to send over to you. And then that's the pass. So what pass means, you want to get them off of you, especially if you're brand new, and you want to say, I have a quick video to send over to you. And you send that video over to them, and we use a video called From Ashy to Classy with Brian Bean. And he's just breaking down one of the strategies, for the most part, of having the strength of having a home-based business. So you get that over to them, they watch that, and you call them back after 5 minutes, they say, I love it, send me more information. So now you peak them, you pass them, or you can pass them on to your upline EVP. You can pass them on to a conference call with Ivy Stokes, Brian Bean, whoever's on the conference call. You can pass them to a live presentation. You can pass them on to any type of presentation. After that, you want to find out if they want more information. Sometimes people say, well, I'm ready to get signed up right now. But if they do, then go ahead and sign them up, of course. But if 9 times out of 10, they're going to want more information, and that's the key of the peak and pass. You want to get them open, right? You want to give them some information, and then you want to say, would you like more information? They say, oh, yeah, definitely. Then you send them over the presentation. We use the presentation that Brian Bean did on YouTube. He has like a color sweater on, or you can use the presentation on this Extra Digit Movement webpage. There's 4 videos on there. They're just a little bit longer. Let me mute somebody out here. Okay, cool. So, okay. So, so again, what was it? Okay, presentation. So you can send them over the presentation, and basically they'll watch that. So you can use the Extra Digit Movement presentation. You can use, there's several presentations that you can use. We use the one again where he has the I'll put it in the little side chat here if I can. But if I create a little website, it's www.youngwealthbuilders.weebly.com, and I just put all 4 of the videos right there. What's up, Alex? All 4 or 5 videos right there, and then I have a testimony video at the end with Miss Jeanette Butler telling her story. So that's the presentation that we use. So if you go from a peek and pass, or you can send them to a live event like Candace had with Cortez, and that can be, that be something that you can pass people to a live event. So how did that go? How did that go, Candace?
Oh, that was live. That was on point. I felt like I was in my normal moment. It was like Cortez was amazing. His energy alone and his passion about everything just really sent me into my normal, what I have in me. So, yeah.
That's awesome.
I'm not afraid anymore to do anything.
Okay, that's good. That's good. That's huge. That's awesome. Cool. So congratulations. Candace had an event, and Cortez went down there and did the event, and also went live on Facebook and might be on YouTube or something, and just had a good event. So that's. But
I have to give all props to Mo. Mo is amazing. When I say Mo is amazing, I call Mo all the time. Mo, look, I talked to this person. What do I do next? Because Mo has told me the 5. I'm telling you, and I promise you, this is like it's in there.
Right.
But man, I'm like, what do I do? Okay, well, you do this, you do that, you do that. So, as a matter of fact, this evening I need to call somebody. I was in a meeting for my job at a hotel with other like dental assistants. And this lady just so happened talking. I ended up piquing her and all of the above. So I'm going to call her back this evening. I got a guy that I got one woo-foo form lead, y'all. I kid you. But that one meant so much to me. And believe it or not, I'm going to have a real truth moment. It was from last week.
Really?
But I did good because I called Mo. And I said, Mo, what am I supposed to do? Oh, my God.
Right.
Like, wait a minute. First of all, stop panicking. Told me how to handle it and just kind of give it that we are so overwhelmed from the recent event we just did and so forth. Mo is amazing with words, and I'm thankful for that. So I'm going to call him tomorrow at 1. That's his normal break time for lunch.
Perfect.
Man, I am really feeling this now. Okay. It took for me to do that 15-day challenge that Cortez put on us.
Nice.
And when I started getting out there and put my face on the camera, oh, wow, that's when I was like, okay, this is not bad.
That's good. That's cool. That's awesome. That's good to hear. That is awesome. Yeah, when those leads come in, you just want to give them a call, and just what I like to do is I like to find out what's important to them about building wealth. Why they fill out the form. And I ask them, what is it that they're looking to accomplish? Because once you get those, I ask them for 3 things. What 3 things are important to you? What are you looking to accomplish? And I get those 3 goals. And that way, when I send them over the information, when we get back on the phone on the back end, I'm able to talk about those 3 things, Do you see a way that you can be able to accomplish those goals? Do you see how with our program you can get out of debt? Do you see how with our program you can build wealth, how you can change your life, how you can do whatever it is that you said that you wanted to do, and hold them accountable to that. So that's awesome. So she's talking about the Woo Food Forum. If you go to www.woofood.com, which is WUFOO, you're able to create a free link, and you can copy off any of our pages, and where people will fill that out and let you and have you call them. So that works really, really well. Once you start learning how to advertise online. So perfect. That's awesome, Candace. So we got prospect, we got peak and pass, we have present. So you want to send them over the presentation, and then once you send over their presentation, I tell all teammates, notify your upline EVP right away. So when you send that presentation over to them, you want to set up a follow-up call. You must. That's mandatory. There's no way around it, because we want you to control the process from the beginning to the end. We're decision collectors. The prospect shouldn't tell you, well, I'll get back to you when I can. I'll watch it whenever. I'll call you when I'm done. And you say, okay, no. Don't say, I'm going to send it over to you. I'm going to call you back in a little while. No, we're in business now, so your time is very valuable, and you don't allow people to waste your time, and you don't waste time either, because your time is money. Your time is very valuable. So you say, look, I'm going to send this information over to you. Some people do it two ways. The first way you can say is it's only 40 minutes. What time do you think you'll be able to watch it? And they'll say, I'll watch it within an hour. So you say, I'll call you back after you get done watching it. And so if you're going to watch it at 5, I'll call you back at 6. How's that sound? Excuse me. I think that was somebody's follow-up. But so you say, I can call you back. I'll call you back at 6, and we'll get your questions answered. Write this down too. We're going to get all your questions answered and get any more details that you need, that you might need to hear. So we're going to get all your questions answered and any more details that you need. I'll also let them know that when I get back on the phone with you, I'll probably, I'm not sure, but I'll see if I can get them. I'll probably have my upline EVP or my business partner. I like to say business partner. I'll probably have my business partner on the line with me as well. And they're going to, they're the one teaching me this business. So that's going to be a real treat. So I'll talk to you then. Now, notice I didn't ask them, can I have my business partner on? I tell them I'll have my business partner on. And then I say, cool. And then they say, cool. What's up, Ken?
Oh, my goodness. I stole this one from Mo, who actually took it from you.
Okay.
I told the gentleman, at first he didn't even remember filling out a form, but I told him that I would have my business partner on the line with me, because I rarely make decisions without my business partner. I think that's, just only fair.
Yeah.
So,
that's
and then it makes me think of something that I don't think of. So
yeah, that's strong. I like that. That is.
I don't need anybody to know I'm new. I'm gonna need you.
Right, exactly.
No, I'm just kidding.
No, that's strong, because you know what? A lot of people will waste your time. So you let them know that that this is serious and that you're serious about what you're doing. So, and then they respect that, and so the better you are at that, the better the more serious they'll take you and take the situation. So good stuff. So presentation, it's imperative. I always hammer that. It's imperative that you set that follow-up. Now, if you're brand new, if you're just getting started and you're not too sure about what I'm talking about, then when you do that when you get that prospect, you immediately notify your EVP, and then they'll do the 3-way call with you. So you would just call that prospect and say, hey, Candace, this is Andre. I met you the other day at the store, and I'm talking to you a little bit about my business and what I do, or you saw my video on Facebook and you want to know a little bit more about what it is that we do. I actually have my business partner on the phone, Alicia, and she's going to share with you a little bit more, because she's actually training me. And then Mo will just get on there and say, hey, Candace, how you doing? This is what we do. We're going to send you over a quick 5-minute video, and then you're just listening. You're just learning. You're training. and you send over the peek and pass video, and then I tell them, I say, and Mo will say, well, after you watch that, Candace, what I want you to do is get back with Andre, let him know you want more information. And then, or Andre's going to call you to find out if you want more information. If that is the case, then we'll send you over our entire presentation and then schedule a follow-up, okay? And then that person will be like, okay. So if they say, I don't want more information, I don't like what I hear, then that's the end of it. No big deal. And remember this too. We'll part as friends. That's huge. When you say that to people, if you like what you see, great. If you don't, no big deal. We'll part as friends. No big deal. You know, because a lot of times what happens is when you share this with friends, they're afraid to say no, so they disappear on you. They don't talk to you for 3 or 4 weeks. They don't look at you in your eyes anymore at church. You know, like it's not that serious. You know, so if you let them know, look, we're part of. You know, it's no big deal. It's okay to say no to me. I'll see you at church on Sunday. I'll see you at the basketball court. I'll see you in the lunchroom as usual. It's no big deal. I'm a big boy. I'm a big girl. I can handle it. It's not for everybody. Okay. Okay. So now they feel comfortable. You just let the air out of their cells so they can be comfortable with telling you no, you know, if that's the case. But you want your upline EVP to assist you through that process is basically what I'm saying. So if they like what they see, you'll get them back on the phone. If you're not confident, get them back on the phone to upline EVP, and they will schedule the follow-up. So we'll get back on the phone. Alicia will say, hey, Candace, you watched it. You like what you saw? Yep, great, very powerful. Now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna have Andre send the whole presentation over to you. Does Andre have your email address? And then I say, yeah, I'll get it. And then we exchange, or I get the email address. And they say, Andre's going to send that over to you. And then what we'd like to do is we like to schedule a time to follow back up with you either tonight or would tomorrow be better? And they say, well, yeah, let me watch it tonight and then we can follow up tomorrow. Great. And then you can ask, hey, then Alicia will say, you would have watched it all by then? Yes, I would have watched it all by then. Perfect. Great. If anything comes up, anything changes, just give us a call, let us know. But what time is good to follow back up with you tomorrow? I would say about 7 o'clock, 7:30. And then we want to get specific. We don't want to say, okay, 7:30, we'll give you a call. No. We want 7 or 7:30. Which one's better? Let's do 7. If they can't make a decision, you make it for them. You're the leader here. This is your business. So let's do 7:30. I can do that. That works for all three of us. Bet 7:30 we'll follow back up with you. All right. Then you got that follow up. Same thing. When 7:30 comes tomorrow, you call the upline EVP first, and then you call that prospect and say, let's see. Okay, go ahead. That's fine. Then you say you follow back up. You get back on it. You get back on the line with the EVP, and then you call that prospect. And then here's the key thing: when the upline, the EVP is talking, you don't want to jump in there. You don't want to say, well, you know, one thing I want to share with you, you know, this is this and that, because you might say something that will trigger something in that prospect's mind and say, oh yeah, this is like one of them pyramids. So now the upline EVP got to clean all that mess up because you jumped in. So it's very important. What I normally do, especially on a follow-up call on the end, if the prospect jumps in while I'm doing the close and they try to, you know, because the recruit or the potential prospect might not be biting or they don't see the whole vision, but you want them in so bad that you say, you know, shut up, Andre, you don't know what you're doing. I got this. And then you jump in and try to close them. I'll just hang up the phone. And then when you call me back and say, what happened? I'm like, well, you jumped in, you had it. So, you know, why you need me? I can go spend time with my wife and my kids. But I'm trying to help you to build, so let me do my thing. Let me do my job. So that's very important. It might seem rude or something, but when you're training somebody, you want to make sure that you help them to have the success, because here's what's going to happen. I tell everybody this. You're going to be one day, if you stick around, if you work hard, if you train, if you learn this business, you're going to be training people. And guess what? They're going to do the exact same thing to you. So, and if you plan on building something big, trust me, your time is going to come. You're going to have plenty of time. So allow that trainer to train you so that you can get trained. So I put my phone on mute. What I used to do, I put my phone on mute, and I'd have a little recorder, and I'd record my upline EVP as he was doing the close. So some things that I like that he said, I can make it a part of my spiel, my close. Some things that I didn't like what he said, then I wouldn't worry about it. But it's all about learning this business and learning the system, mastering the system. And then last but not least, going through your list. Well, as we go through your list, again, you want to continue to add names to that list. But last but not least, you want to be able to not only go through the list to build your business, but the list is going to help you to learn the system. So don't get frustrated, don't get mad if you don't get a ton of people joining. You should get enough at least to go EVP, but and get into your base shop. But it's going to help you to learn and master the system. So again, it's prospect. We're moving on to the next thing. Peak and pass, present. So prospect is 1. Peak and pass is 2. You're doing those at the same time. Number 3 is present. 4 is plug in. So that means after they've gotten started, they want to plug in. This is what we're doing right now. We're plugging in. Okay. So appreciate everybody getting on this evening. We're plugging in. You're learning the system, mastering the system, getting better at your craft, getting your skill level up. And then number 5 is promote. So you're going to go right back around and do it all over again. So that's what promote is. You start back promoting your business until you get a prospect. You peak and pass them. You send them over the presentation. You plug them in, and then you go promote some more. I'm going to say it one more time. So then you get a prospect from your promotion. You peak and pass. You send them the presentation. You plug them in, and then you promote. As simple as that. Run that system until the wheels fall off, okay? And train your team on that. Call your team on that. Role play with them. Say peek and pass me. Inspect what you expect. That's why I say who can run that through, because I want to know who can run it through. We all, Miss April, I think your prospect just tried to call me. He just called twice. I just had to turn my phone down. So. Give him a call real quick.
All right.
I think that was him that just tried to call me. Let me make sure. Any questions on that while I look this up real quick? Let's see here. I know it was yep, he just called me twice. So that's how that works. All right, so let's see what we got next. So that's the, okay, so let's go to talk about the presentation real quick. One of the things when it comes to our presentation is a lot of times when we use the videos, when we send in the videos to people to watch the videos, it's great because it's duplicatable. You don't have to know the presentation. You can just send it over to people. Again, do not send the presentation over to people without using the system. You try to shortcut, you try to hurry up and sign people up, and you do all that stuff. You're going out of the system. They're watching what you're doing when you're sending that to them. So they're saying, can I do this too? So all these things are going on. They want to see a system. Excuse me. They want to see they're watching you to see how you operate, how you're doing things, because they're going to say, this is what I'm going to be doing if I choose to build this business. So if you take them through a system, through a process, and they see that and they go, okay, this is easy. I can do that. So keep that in mind. Now, when you're sending over the presentation, a lot of times we watched it one time, and now we're in the business, we're building the business, and we never watch it again. You want to watch that presentation. I used to watch at least one of the 4 videos once a day. It's only 10 minutes, so that I can get that information in me. The more you get that information in you, the easier it's going to be for you to tell the story when talking to people. So you need to ask yourself, what are questions people are going to be asking me? And I need to know the answers. What question did you ask? People are going to ask you, what do you do? What is it that you do? If you habra, then guess what? You're going to lose that prospect. So I say I teach people income strategy, a wealth building strategy called income shifting. Are you familiar with that? 9 times out of 10, they're going to say, no, I'm not familiar with income shifting. So I established some type of ignorance there. So now you want to say that now they're going to say, what is income shifting? So I say we show people how to shift their income from going from employee or self-employed to ultimately becoming an investor. Well, you say, well, what does that mean? Basically, that means we show you how to go from working for money to ultimately having money work for you. Now, I ended with the question, does that make sense? So it's the strength that you come across with people when you're sharing it. And then I also let them know we're expanding our operations. Not only do we teach people these strategies, we also are looking for people to help us to teach these strategies, and we pay you very well to do that. Is that something that you're open to learning more about? Take the word interested out of your vocabulary. That's a word used by a lot of people in the network marketing industry. Interested. So I like to say open. All right, is that something that you're open to learn more about? And then they have the ability to tell me yes or tell me no. I'm okay either way. It doesn't matter to me. We eat no's for lunch over here. We love them. So because we don't want to waste our time with people who don't want to waste their time. So back to presentation. So watch that presentation. Watch that presentation often as possible, especially if you're brand new. What's up, Ms. Kimberly? How you doing?
Oh,
So, so you want to watch that presentation as often as possible so that you can get that into your system and you really get it down. Because ultimately you'll be sharing that information with other people. Also, if you go back to that Extra Digit Movement website, Brian Dean has a training on there, the cash flow call. And that's what we've been doing online lately. We've all been going live. So, and then there's a video on YouTube by June Collier and teaching you how to do I think it's called the 243 or the 369 presentation. The 243 is, does anybody know what the 243 is? Besides Alex. Anybody know what the 243 is? Okay. All right. All right. We're not shy here, y'all. So, but the 243, go ahead, Alex. What's the 243 then?
Yeah, the 243 is essentially a presentation where we talk about everybody has two objectives every morning when they wake up. And then we talk about the 4 challenges that are keeping us from accomplishing those 2 objectives. And then the 3 would be the 3 solutions to those 4 challenges.
Right on. Right on. So if you didn't hear him that well, I had to turn my volume up there, but he said solution. That's the 2, and then the 4 challenges, and then the 3 solutions. So that's the 243 presentation. That's something that you don't have to worry about learning right now, but you eventually want to learn it because the stronger you are in that and in sharing that information. I've been going live on Facebook. Some of the team members have been going on live on Facebook doing the 243 presentation, and people are just swarming our inboxes with, I need more information. I need more information. I brought aboard 3 people just last week just from going live learning that presentation. So if you want to explode your business, you say, I don't have nobody to talk to. And here's another secret, for anybody that's been going live on Facebook and getting a lot of people requesting more info. If you're a part of any groups on Facebook and part of those groups, especially any financial or home-based business groups, this is an idea that I've had, but I haven't gotten to it yet, but I'm going to do it. Go live right in that group. You can go live right in that group and turn on the camera and do a 243 presentation. And some of these groups got thousands of people in there who don't even know you, don't never even seen you. You go in there and go live and see what happens. So I'm trying to catch up with all the prospects that I'm working with, but I'm gonna go live in there just to see what happens. All they can do is block me and put me out. But the information that we share, even from the people that I've leads that I've drawn in from going live on Facebook, some of them were saying that they were just going down the newsfeed and saw me talking and said, "What is this dude talking about?" and capture their attention just like that. So you're always going to have somebody to talk to. I'm telling you, what we do is not, no offense to anybody, but this is not just pills, potions, and lotions. This is their financial life. And if you just share with them one tip that they haven't even heard of, especially increasing their cash flow, everybody's out here strapped financially for the most part. and they need this stuff. And you can share with them one thing that could change their life. It's game over. So presentation is what I wanted to chat about. That's vitally important that you start to get this presentation information in you so that you can be able to share this information with people, because people are going to have questions and you want to be able to give them some good answers. All right. Any questions on that? Anybody? All right. All right. Okay. Okay. So let me see this here. All right. All right. So the next thing would be, let's see who's on right now. See if we got a lot of new people on. Okay. Any EVPs out there? Any EVPs, new EVPs out there? All right. Got a shy team. Cool. All right.
I'm here. Okay, I'm back. What's going on? I heard shy. I don't want to be any of the above.
How'd your call go?
She took the presentation, so I got to the part of that.
Okay.
And we're going to talk tomorrow around the same time.
Awesome. Awesome.
Yeah.
All right. Now, what I like to do is I like to, Alex, you there too. I can use you on this. One of the things that we're going to get is when you're talking to people about this business, there's a few questions that they're going to have. So what I like to do is I like to role play some of those questions that people are going to have, so that you can hear the answers and be able to answer those questions. So and I'll let you all just jump in with your answers, and then we can critique it. But one of the questions that you're going to run into is, let's do this. Start with, how much does it cost to get started? How much does it cost to get started?
You want me to do it?
Anybody?
Okay. Oh, you're asking the question?
Right.
Oh, $199.95 and $119.95, right?
Okay. So what's the difference?
One comes with training and one comes, yeah. Am I right?
So we're role playing. So let's say we're role playing with the prospect.
Wait a minute.
And yeah, and I'm a prospect and I'm really interested in getting started. I just want to know, what does it take? How much does it cost to get started?
Okay, Dre, I'm not ready for that one yet. Hold up.
Okay. We gotta get you ready.
Yeah.
Okay. Anybody else know the answer to that? All right. So here it is. So let's say I'm role playing with you, Candace. Or Alex, you there? You got your mic on?
I'm here.
Okay, cool. Candace, I work with Candace. So Candace, you said how much does it cost to get started? Is that what you're asking? You on mute.
Okay, sorry about that. I was trying to get in the car so I can go get my daughter. Single mother's job is never done.
I understand. Okay, well, I'll just answer it. You can put it back on mute. I'll answer it. Basically, it's. Go ahead.
I'm okay.
Okay, so basically, it's one. I think I'm getting it back. Let's see. All right. So basically, it's $199 to get started. And basically what that comes, as you saw in the video, because the video Brian Bean says $179. I'll let them know that that's a great video. So it's an older video, but he does a good job. But our package is $179. Now it's actually $199 and $35 a month, because we have a online marketing software that we've added for $20 extra. So you can get started for $199. with that $20 extra, the online marketing package normally costs $11 a month. It's in our back office, and it's $11 a month. So if you were to get that for 15 months, it would equal up to $200. So when you get started with us, and if you want to get it for $199, for the extra $20, you will get it for the whole entire 15 months. And then you can use that to market your business online. So for $20, that you're getting a big deal on that. And then they say, that's fine. Okay. Now the 119 is a promotion that we've been running for quite some time now. Not sure when that's going to end, but you can also get started for 119 if that's something that you want to do as well. So I leave that option there for them. And people are gonna say, I'm gonna do the 199. People have been saying that. People have been saying I'll do the 119. So you need to know how that works and basically what's going on with that, so that you can explain that to people when you're doing that follow-up. So we want to get you all up and running on the follow-up. Yeah, we have EVPs that can do it for you, but we want you to get up and running. We want you making money. We want you being able to go ahead and close as well. Okay, but go ahead. Yes, sir.
Is there a reason? Do we should use the 199 first or the 119? Does it matter?
Yeah, I mean, I use the 199 first. I lead with that. It just depends if I lead with that first, but I let them know it's the online marketing, and then they'll let me know if they want to. I've actually, thought people would pick the 119, but they say I want to do 199 because I want to do the online marketing. But if some people are not even going to build the business, they're just going to work the strategies as of right now, getting started, or they might even have a money challenge. I'll even bring that up too. We also have a 119, a promotion that we're running. So I'll say the 199 first, and then I'll also let them know that there's the 119 option in conjunction with. And then I'll let them choose. So that's how I handle that.
I'm all in on everything, man. I'm sitting here chiming with a potential setting up a potential meeting. So that's why I haven't been volunteering for anything.
Oh, no problem. I appreciate that. So, so the next question would be, is how does the software work? How does the software work? Anybody answer that? Oh, what is that? What is how does the software work?
So we definitely have. We'll start with the cash flow manager. That's just a poly.
Alex, your audio is kind of low.
Can you hear me?
A little close.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, that's better.
Okay, great. Have my headphones in. So the cash flow manager is like our bread and butter software, wherein that you can be able to keep up with your business expenses. It's going to go ahead and allow you to know exactly what you're spending on your home office, your internet, your cell phone, meals and entertainment, business retreats, as Cortez likes to call it. And the reason why that's important to you, because that is money that you're cash flowing as well, number one. And number two, you'll be able to hand that over to your CPA and or your tax preparer at the end of the year and make sure you get your write-offs.
Right.
We also have the cash flow strategist, where that will allow you to start the process of your financial goals, right? It gives you a couple categories. You can let the software know what's most important to you. And then that way you can map out your journey on hitting your freedom number. That's how I like to normally explain it to people. We also have a wonderful additional software that is, to me, just an added bonus. I mean, it's invaluable almost. We have an ID defender that will allow you to be able to protect your identity. Not only that, that particular software, just one of the things that I kind of like to include, one of the dynamic things about that tool is that whenever, I have a 4-year-old daughter. So in my area, it sent me a notification that a sex offender moved into my area. Give me a picture, name, address, and everything.
Wow.
So that's important to utilize those tools that we have. We also have credit restoration. which you can learn how to restore your own credit. It's not like you have to, put out any money for it. It's included in your $35 a month. Basically, to me, free education. But if you prefer to put an expert in front of your credit, maybe you think you have some challenges in there that you don't quite understand, you can use our nonprofit organization and pay to have them restore your credit. So that's just a good range of some of the tools that we utilize.
Right. Good stuff. Good stuff. All right. Anybody else got anything on that? Cool. Hey, good job, Alex. And the reason why I do that is because when you're on the back end, and you're doing the follow-up call, you want to pour value because they're considering that 35 a month. Is that worth it? Is this worth it? And when you pour that value on and share with them all the things, I keep a list. I try to keep a list next to my computer. Because I was like, you have the discount legal, you have the tax advice service, you have identity theft, you have tax audit assistance, you have 1,000 store cashback mall, you have education, training, videos, live company. I tell them, I said, you're gonna have more stuff, more information, more support, more training that you could possibly ever handle. And then you get all of that for a measly $30 a month, and that's a write-off as well. So I mean, you can't beat that. Plus, you get much more than that. So and that's how I explain it. And then with the software, I hadn't even said anything about the software. You got the cash flow manager. This, like Alex said, help you keep track of your deductions, your potential deductions. Be able to hand that into the CPA. I mean, that's huge. Then you have the cash flow manager. Brian Bean said one time, that's going to show you how to make your first million. You put your information in there, and it's going to give you a game plan, a roadmap. So this is just ways of explaining it to people. What is it? Because I used to get that a lot of time on my follow-ups. People say, how does the software work? So what I do is on their website that I put together, where I send them over the presentation, I also include a little tab that says view the software. And the website is www.youngwealthbuilders.weebly.com. So it says view the software. So they click on that, and I'll tell them just go back in there, watch those 2 videos too. So now they're being sold on the software. They watch the presentation, blew them away, and they watch the software, blow them away. It's a done deal. You just need to get back on the phone and just help them to feel comfortable about the decision that they're making. Okay. Any questions on that? Anybody? Anything?
I got something to add to that, Andre. Keep in mind that this team right here, that made me think about some movie. This team right here, but this team right here has something else special, especially when you're talking to builders. People who say they want to make money with this thing. There's 2 things that most companies fall short in teaching you how to do in this sort of business. And the funny thing about it is that's what this business is. They don't teach you how to market, and they don't teach you how to build networks. And I can say that the Young Wealth Builders team are excellent at both. And sometimes someone is apprehensive about partnering with us because they think this is my 5th, 6th, 7th deal. I've already worked with friends and family. I don't know how I'm going to be able to build, but I need to make some extra money. Well, you can explain to them that we're a team of expert marketers and expert networkers that have systems in place that can help them build despite whether or not their family and friends want to hop on board. And sometimes that's enough of a information to break down that barrier that says, you know what, I can do this. If somebody teaches me how to market, I believe I can get it. But nobody's really teaching people how to market. They're saying, hey, go get all your friends and family. But if you're like me, this is my 12th deal. My family are running when they see me coming. Even now, when I'm making thousands of dollars, they still don't want to see me. But, that's on them. But help people understand that, yes, build a list of family and friends. But after you practice on them, we're going to teach you how to market, and we're going to teach you how to build networks so you can have success here. And I think that helps, especially if somebody's made it clear that they want to build and make some extra money with us.
Right. Right, right. That's so true, Cortez. Appreciate that. Building it is huge. It is huge, and just learning how to just help people to see what they have their hands on here. And another thing, just piggyback on what Cortez said too, is just letting people know that the training, the training that you want to get is the main reason why most people fail in this type of business is because they're not trained either. They join and nobody else deals with them anymore. I got me a sign up, So instead of recruiting to recruit, you want to recruit to build, but you gotta train your people, and that's why we have this training like this forum set up like this, so that we can have success. And if you jump on anybody else's training call, I promise you they're not getting this. So you'll see that, but we want to teach you how to go through a process, how to build this thing, and be able to have success on the back end. And we focus on results. We want you to have results. That's what's most important here, because we want this to be your last deal. Okay,
right.
Last thing,
right.
So you're at the right place at the right time. Also, appreciate you sharing that video too, Cortez, with Mr. Alvin Curry. I haven't finished it yet. I'm going back and finish that either tonight or tomorrow. But in the Young Wealth Builders group, make sure if you have not seen that, I was going to cancel training and say, everybody go watch that video, because that's one of the founders of the company sharing the vision of where we're going, where we're at, and where we're going. I mean, you're at the ground floor of something huge. So I would not sleep on this at all. And learn all you can, get your skill level up, and be able to take advantage of this opportunity, because you truly have something special on your hand. If you want to touch on that a little bit, Cortez, too, because I haven't watched the whole thing yet.
Yeah, for sure, Dre. And the first thing I did when I saw it come across my news feed is I scrolled through and I said, man, my team ain't on this. So I hurry up and hit the share. And that was the first time I ever invited someone. I didn't know you can invite. So I hit the share and it said invite. And then, of course, I talk to y'all all the time. So y'all names were at the top of the list. So I just said bang, 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 bang. And was glad that, at least we knew that it was there. And I was definitely going to tell you to throw it in the group. But guys, what Alvin broke down, first of all, I want you to understand why Andre has made the shift to at least put in the back of your minds to start thinking about building locally. Because guess what? We all could be sitting that close across the table from an Alvin Curry, or Ivy Stokes, or Brian Bean, and getting that tutelage if we build a local team that's worthy of them putting on their tour. And that's definitely my goal in the next 60 days is I'm going to force St. Louis into their tour schedule, and they're going to have to stop and teach and train us because we're going to be growing so fast.
Right.
But what he laid down was the fact that there's no other company out there that you can build $1 million a year business with as few people as with My Econ. And he said the closest company that you could do that with, I think, is Primerica. And because they have some higher end products that could get you there because they can pay bigger commissions. But even then, you have to have 10,000 people on your team to get there. And he said here, if you train your team on how everything works, how the products works, and how to just buy from themselves on the things that they need, and put 5,000 people on this team, you'll have $1 million a year business.
Wow.
And I don't think that is far-fetched at all, because Andre is racing to 1,000 people now. I'm racing to 1,000 people, and guess what? That puts 2,000 people on this team just with 2 people, right? So it's very, very doable, especially when you have a system in place. And then he talked about the 4 phases of any successful company, right? You have basically the initial start, you have penetration or concentration, then you have momentum, and then you have stabilization. So you think about a company like Walmart. Walmart isn't tearing up small towns across America, building new Walmarts all over the place like they were. They're in stabilization mode. McDonald's is not putting a McDonald's on every corner like they were 20 years ago because they were in momentum mode. Now they're in stabilization mode. Basically, they're just replacing the McDonald's that may have closed down because of shifts in population and things of that nature. So he said he got into AL with I think it was Excel. He said he got in when they were right at the beginning of momentum, and in 3.5 years they made $3.5 million. Now think about where you are with my econ. We haven't even reached penetration yet. We haven't even reached concentration yet. So we're nowhere even close to momentum.
Right.
So we can build a strong. If you put 1,000 people on your team right now, and then you hit momentum, you're gonna have a $10 million a year business.
Wow.
Point blank. Period.
Wow.
So that's why we're running so hard and running so fast, because we know what's about to happen. I want to be in a position where I've got 5,000 people on my team already, and when we hit momentum, you're looking at your team doubling every month.
Wow.
Because if you got 5,000 people on your team and you teach them to go get 2 people every month, what is that doing?
Yeah.
Doubling every month. Come on. So you guys are in the right place at the right time, but you got to take massive, massive amounts of action, guys. I think I'm having the success that I'm having because I'm extremely consistent. And when you're teaching information like this, that's the name of the game. Consistently, because we've been so conditioned to resist this type of information. If you don't pound people upside the head, they won't get it. So you have to consistently put this information in front of people, and slowly it tears down some walls, some apprehension, some disbelief and self-doubt, and they start believing that they can win here. And then they see our system, they see our team, they get immersed in our culture, and it's game on, man. So let's I told Andre we wanted to do 1,000 people at the end of the year. I'm like, man, we can blow that out of the water, man, because of what we got going on, the people that we're attracting to our respective teams now. The quality of people. I don't know if you guys have noticed the type of people that are coming on board the team now. I mean, there are some sharp individuals. So we're in a position now to get what we want, take our pick of the sharpest and the best and the brightest, and teach them our system. And it's going to be game over, man.
Yeah. As you said, when you get 1,000 people, you're going to have 10 or 12 people in there that's hungry. And he said going from 1,000 to 10,000, he said it's going to happen just like that. It's going to be real easy to do. He said the hardest part is getting to that first 1,000. You get that first 1,000, then like he said, it's game on. So, and it might sound huge, but ladies and gentlemen, that's why we're doing this training and teaching you this duplicatable system, so that you can have a system in place. When you have a system in place, then you're comfortable here. So now all you do is learn how to bring more people, and learn and get better at your vocabulary and what to say. And that takes a little time. So don't get frustrated if you're not making $6,000 a month in 90 days. Don't get frustrated if you ain't making $100,000 a year by the end of this year. You can, but don't be frustrated, because you need to get your skill level up. So that's why we get here, and we're going to move that along a lot faster than most people by doing our role play and by doing the system and running it over and over until you get tired of hearing it. So, but I'm not tired of doing it, because I see it working. I see it growing. I see what it's done for other people. So we really harping on that to get that done. But it's some big stuff that we have going on, and really excited. And I'm going to just do a little bit. Let me see if Cassandra. I don't know if Cassandra's on the call or not, but let's see. It looks like Wade is. But I just want to say hats off to a couple of people that have been peaking and passing, just getting started out the gate. Just been really crushing it, and I'm very, very excited to be working with them. So we got Wade. Looks like Wade is on the line out of Indiana. He just came guns blazing. And then Cassandra, she should be an EVP by tomorrow. She's just really tearing it up, peaking and passing. Very, very coachable. Wade, very, very coachable. And it just makes the business so much easier. And I know Cortez had a couple people that just went EVP too. So if you want to go ahead and congratulate them as well and tell us.
Definitely. Guys, I don't know if you've been watching Candace Ivory. What I did was I know the power of video and what it has done for me and my personal success. So I challenged my team to do a 15-day video challenge, to do a video every day. And she said, you know, I can't do one every day, but I'm going to do 15 videos in the next month or so. And as a result, she got her confidence up, got to growing. I was able to slide down through there and do an event for her that yielded some results. And, you know, you guys may have heard me say this before, guys. There is definitely safety in your comfort zone. There is a tremendous amount of security in your comfort zone, but nothing ever grows there. So she got outside of her comfort zone, and guess what? Guess what she found when she got out there? She found her. She found her voice outside of her comfort zone, and I think we're going to see some big things from her. Mo has been amazingly consistent, doing her thing, and she's got a couple, pipeline full. Lanaya has been. I mean, you know, the team is being really, really active, and that's what we're encouraging everybody to do. Is just, you know what? I did a live stream. Some of you guys may have heard it, and I asked the question: do you have the "I don't give a damn" gene? Because some of us, too many of us, give a damn about what people are going to say about us doing this little business, and we're not stepping out there and educating. So if you don't have the "I don't give a damn" gene, here's how you develop it. You start giving a damn about the things that are really important to you. Because when I start giving a damn about my children's education, my financial future, my legacy, then I stop giving a damn about what the people had to say who had nothing on my rent, nothing on my mortgage, they got nothing on my kids' education, they've got nothing on my legacy, they've got nothing on if something happened to me today or tomorrow, they're not going to take my children in. So when I start giving a damn about my legacy and what I believe my family deserves, I stop giving a damn about what everybody else thought. And when you get to that place, I promise you, you'll start to live life differently and start getting the results that you want. But I believe some of us are self-sabotaging because we're still at a place where we care what people think about what we're doing. And we got to get out of that place, guys. We've got something powerful that the masses not only need, but there's enough people who out there want this. We know that there are people who need to lose weight, but they don't want to, so they don't. We're looking for the people who not only need this, but the people who also want this, because those are the ones who are going to take it and do something with it. So yeah, my team is I'm extremely proud of the guys that are taking action on my team, and I don't take what you're doing over there, Antonio, lightly, because I know you are a studying machine, and when you're ready to start spitting this information, I think it's just going to flow out so naturally for you. But that's the game. Take massive action, and don't give a damn about what other people think or say about you. This is about your family's future and your legacy. So keep that in mind. Start giving a damn about that, and everything else will fall into place.
Awesome. Appreciate that. Miss Bivens. Oh, okay. So Kimberly just joined. Okay, so that's who Kimberly is. All right. Welcome to the team, Miss Kimberly. So who is that?
Yeah, I've been chasing her around, hitting her with this gold brick, man, and she finally opened up her hand.
Cool. Congratulations, Miss Bivens. All right, making it happen. All right, that's good stuff. That's awesome. We'll go ahead and approve that in the group. Cool. Welcome to the team. Miss Kimberly, share with us real quick. What did you see? What got you interested in joining MyEcon?
Well, the first thing is that I did see before Ariel and I spoke about it. I saw Cortez's video just on my Facebook page, and I was just telling her that I've never been so intrigued about something. And to be honest, I've never listened to a whole video that's on Facebook in its entirety, and I did in this case. And I was very intrigued by the concept, and I kind of shared it with my husband, and he was interested as well, and we just kind of been going back and forth talking about it, and just been busy with other projects and things like that. And Ariel's been sharing things with me, and today I was very impressed with some things that she shared with me, just like the tracker and thing. And I'm like, I need this. I really need that. I understand the concept. I know that there's a lot of training that goes along with this, so I'm excited about that. But the concept is genius, and I'm pretty much excited to be aboard.
Awesome. Well, welcome to the team. That's awesome.
Thank you.
My pleasure. Welcome. So yeah, speaking of that, and I always want to throw in, y'all, just to make sure you're working the strategies, make sure you're going into that back office there, watching them videos. And to me, and I always say this, the most important video back there is that personal cash flow plan. And underneath asset allocation, personal cash flow plan, it's an 8-minute video that'll take you 8 years to complete, depending on where you're at financially. Anywhere from 5 to 8 years to complete an 8-minute video, but it takes you step by step of what you need to do to build wealth. And one of the things I love that Mr. Curry said today on that video was that you can, they wanted to build a system where they said most network marketing companies, people are, the people who make it big are the best people who can recruit, okay? Those are the people that make it big. But he said they wanted to build a system that even if you couldn't recruit, you can still make it here just by working the strategies and conversationally marketing. You're going to run into Alex. You're going to run into Andre Sullivan. You're going to run into a Cortez. You're going to run into a Lanai. You're going to run into a Melisha. You're going to run into a Kimberly, a Brian, a Candace, so a Wade. So you're going to run into a Gary. You're going to run into all kind of people that's going to take that will take this thing to the next level. He said some companies are set up where they have the binary where you got one leg on the left and one on the right, and you can't make no money till they match and all that stuff. He said we didn't want to do it that way. You can have one leg and that thing and still make money. So just understand and know what you have your hands on. And one thing that I always say is even, we just had a conference. I work at a hotel. We just had a conference. Organo Gold was there. Holton Bugs was there, and I got a chance to run into him. But if they're not selling coffee, they're not making money. If they're not pushing that coffee, which is good stuff from what I understand, I don't drink coffee, but if they're not moving that coffee, they're not making any money. We're always have our mind on our money, right? And our money on our mind from a financial standpoint, So if you're not marketing the financial success system, guess what? You're in that back office learning how to invest. You're in that back office messing with that cash flow manager. You're in that back office learning that cash flow strategist, and you're building yourself up. So when you do run across somebody, which I'm about to do here in a minute, do a little bit of role play prospecting because I want everybody to get involved. But when you do run across somebody, then you're able to share that with them. You're able to say from experience, from what you're doing. All I know is I can't explain it to you. All I know is I did my W-4 and I got an increase of $500 a month. Do you want to know more or not? Yeah, I want to know some more. Great. I'm going to send over to you this quick peek and pass video. Well, how's it working for you? Oh, it's working for me very well. All I know is I didn't do the W-4. It didn't do anything for me personally, but my business deductions that I didn't have before, I now got a check back for $7,000 at the end of the year, where I was able to use that money to pay off the back taxes that I owe, pay off my debt, and now I'm investing and I'm learning how to invest. Do you want to learn how to do that? Yeah, absolutely. All I know is that we get a $1,000 bonus every time 7 people join what's called my base shop. Do you want to make some extra money? You want to learn how to do that or not? Yeah, absolutely. Great. Let me get your name and phone number. I give you a call, see if I can get some information over to you. That's it. All right. So keep that in mind. And that's what I want to do, because a lot of people, we have a lot of new people on. So the biggest thing that's going to stop people is they're not confident on what to say. So you want to get good at prospecting and sharing this information to your friends, family, coworkers. I heard somebody say this yesterday. He said, if you talk to people for 2 minutes, they're going to start what he called recruiting you, because they're going to start telling you how bad their life is. They're going to start telling you how much money they don't have. They're going to start telling you how, this and that is going on. So they're going to open up the doors for you to be able to say, look, I don't know if this is for you or not, but I do have something I want to share with you. I think you like what you see. If I sent it over to you, a quick video, it's 5 minutes long. If I sent it over to you, would you be open to take a look at it? Yeah, take a look at it. Great. I'm going to send that over to you, and then I'll call you back in about 10, 15 minutes after you watched it. And then all I need you to let me know is if you want more information or not. Can you do that? Absolutely. Great. And then you got the door open. So what I like to do is real quick, I like to just go through this line here, and just prospect about 4 or 5 people on here. You can feel free to say whatever you want. All it's gonna do is make me better. If I mess up, I ain't worried about that. But I like to just prospect about 4 or 5 of y'all right here, and just to have it on recorded so that you will get comfortable or talking to people. So I'm gonna start with, let's see, who can I start with? Just go ahead and take you. I'll start with you, Cortez.
Yeah.
All right. So I'll just go right at it. So hey, Cortez, this is Andre. How you doing, man? We're friends.
Doing all right, Andre. What's going on, bro?
Oh, nothing much, man. I know you're probably busy, got a lot going on, but hey, man, I ran across some powerful information, and I wanted to share it with you. It's about wealth building. It's about money. And all I want to know is if you're open, I'd like to send you a quick 5-minute video. Would you be open to take a look at it?
Yeah. Yeah. Is it gonna cost me anything though?
It's gonna cost it's gonna cost you 5 minutes. You got 5 minutes?
I got 5 minutes.
Okay, cool. So I want you to take a look at it. All I want to know is if you like what you see, do you want more information? If you don't want more information, just let me know that too. How's that sound?
Okay, I can do that.
Okay, so boom. So now I'm gonna send that over to him, just like that. So all I want to do is just a quick prospect, just like that, because I want y'all to break that barrier when it comes to talking to people. So let's see, who else can I prospect? So Lanai, you help me out? Okay. So let's say we're not necessarily good friends, but we work together or something like that. So I say, hey, Lanai, how's everything?
Everything's good. How are you?
I'm good. Just sitting here, getting ready to take a quick lunch break. But how's work? How's everything been going here at work?
Man, I'm tired as a dog. I got just put the kids to bed, and I'm ready to just chillax and take a nap or something.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I was thinking about you the other day. I ran across some powerful information, and I was thinking about you, and I said, you know what? Lanai probably like this, and it has to do with money. And I was wanting to know if I sent you over some information, would you be open to take a look at it? It's probably about 5 minutes long, and it's talking about money. Would you be open to take a look at that?
Yeah, I'll take a look at it. I like money.
Okay. And if you want to earn some additional money as well, or even looking for a career change, you can learn that too. But just wanted you to check this quick video out, and then I'd like to follow back up with you in about when you think you'll be able to take a look at it.
I can look at it right now.
Okay. So then I'll call you right back, and all I want to know is if you want more information on that. Sound
Okay,
good?
sounds cool. Yeah.
Okay. So good. So I just try to control with questions and asking questions, and then going from there. So I got Brother Cohen there. All right. How you doing, sir?
Doing good. How are you?
Awesome. Welcome to the team. Saw your picture there. So so I wanted to. So let's say I might not know you that well, and we're just meeting somewhere, or let's say we're out and about and we run into each other. So I say, what kind of work you do?
I'm a minister.
Oh, okay. Awesome. How long you been in the ministry?
I've been in ministry for about 15 years now.
Oh, wow. That's awesome. Actually, my father's a minister as well. So I definitely definitely have an understanding of the word and been in the word myself, and that's strong. One of the things that I like to share with you, what I do is I work in money and wealth building. We teach strategies called income shifting. Are you familiar with that at all?
I've heard of it, but I'm not quite sure what's going on with that.
Okay. Well, basically, income shifting is we show a person how to shift their income from employee or self-employed to ultimately becoming an investor. What I like to do is, with your permission, I like to send you over a quick video. It's probably about 5 minutes long, and if you just tell you a little bit more about what it is that we do. If you like what you see, I can get more information to you. If you don't, no big deal. We're part of friends. How's that sound?
That sounds pretty interesting. And 5 minutes is not a whole lot of time.
Yeah. So I'll get that sent over to you, and then we can follow back up. And you just let me know if you like what you see. I promise. I know you will, but just let me know if you do, if you don't. That cool?
Okay, I certainly will.
Perfect. So I get that over to you, and then I can just grab your phone number and go from there. So let me do one more. Thank you, sir. Let's do Alex. You there? Candace, you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Y'all can feel free to give me a hard time as well. So, Alex, what's going on? It's Andre. How you doing, man?
I'm doing pretty good. What's going on, bro?
Good. And let me just disrupt here. What I do is that I don't give a lot of people room to say a lot of stuff because I ask questions. And he who asks the questions is controlling the conversation for the most part. And if you do ask me a question, then I'm going to respond with another question. So like Cortez says, it's going to cost me something. It's free. That's going to cost you 5 minutes. Is that okay? You got 5 minutes to take a look at it? So I'm back in the question. You stay in question mode and always keep closing, then prospecting is not going to be hard. So I say, Alex, this Andre, man, what you been up to?
Man, I just been on these books, man. I've been studying, trying to get my master's.
Oh, okay. So are you looking to grow? I mean, you looking to move up in your job, or what are you trying to do with that?
Yeah, pretty much, man. I'm just kind of getting my master's in this software engineer. So
Okay.
I feel like it's going to be able to take me to the next level.
Okay. Quick question for you. I know you're in school and everything. Do you keep your options open for earning additional income outside of what you're doing right now?
Yeah, no, definitely. I've actually actively been trying to learn about investments. What type of money you trying to make?
Okay. Well, absolutely, you're gonna love both of what I'm sharing with you right now, because one of the things that we do is we're in the process of expanding our operations. I work with a financial education company, and we teach a strategy called income shifting. Are you familiar with that at all?
No, I've never heard of that. What does all that entail?
Okay. What I say normally in a nutshell, Alex, basically we show you how to go from working for money to ultimately having money work for you. How's that sound?
That sounds pretty good, my man. My only concern is I really, like I said, I've been diving in the books. Plus, I still have to work my normal full-time shift. I mean,
okay.
How long is this going to take me?
Okay. How long? The video that I'm gonna send you? How long it's gonna take you to watch it, or how long it's gonna take you to work with us?
Well, yeah. How long is it going to take me to make money?
Well, first and foremost, one of the things we're gonna do with income shifting, we'll probably show you how to increase your cash flow doing what you're doing right now. Would you like to learn how to increase your cash flow doing what you're doing right now?
Yeah, man. I gotta pay these loans. So.
Okay. Right on. And then if we also paid you some extra income as well to help you along through school, to share this information with other people, would that be something you also be open to learn how to do?
I mean, it's not one of those pyramid things, is it? Like,
what's a pyramid? What's a pyramid?
I mean, when you kind of have everybody at the top making money and people at the bottom not really making anything. So I just want to make sure there's nothing illegal.
Do you like that or not?
No, I don't like it at all. But like I said, I just want to make sure that's not what this is.
Okay. I understand what you're saying. Actually, pyramids are illegal. That's when people are making money off other people and there's no product or service being sold. But I know what you're saying. You're saying it's just like a MLM or Amway or something like that. Is that what you're saying?
Right. I've done a couple of those and I always just lost money. I want to make sure I'm making money.
I understand. And this is a quick peek and pass, so I'm not going to go into full detail of how I handle the pyramid, so I'm just going to be brief with him on this. But I say, basically, Alex, with our system, a component of our business does have network marketing in it. but we also teach wealth building strategies. But our strategies, one of our strategies is called business income. So we utilize network marketing because it's the best way for somebody to come in for a small investment and make a huge income. So we can teach you, here comes my question. So we can teach you how to get started in business and make additional income in a way that you're comfortable. Would that be something you'd be open to exploring?
No doubt.
Perfect. So what I'm gonna do, Alex, I'm gonna send you over a quick video. It's 5 minutes long. Have you take a look at that, and then I'll call you back and you let me know if you want more information on that.
Cool. That works.
Good. Awesome. So again, y'all, just questions. Practice that, drill that. Anybody? Who I got on there? Gary, you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay. So what's up, Gary? How's everything?
Everything's going good, man. Thank you. Appreciate it.
Oh man, good. Hey Gary, I was just thinking about you, man. I know you're busy, got a lot going on. But I ran into some powerful information called income shifting, and I just joined this organization, and we're spreading this information all over Florida. And I know you're down there in Naples. Want to know two things: do you keep your options open to make more money? And if I sent you over some information, would you be open to take a look at it real quick?
What is it about?
It's called income shifting. It's one of the things that we do. Are you familiar with that at all?
No, I haven't heard of that.
Okay, so I asked that question to establish a little bit of ignorance. So now that gives me a little upper hand. So I said, "Are you familiar with income shifting?" He says, "No." Basically, Gary, what that is we show a person how to go from employee or self-employed to ultimately becoming an investor. So bottom line, what that means is we show you how to go from working for money to ultimately having money work for you. Does that make sense?
Yeah. That sounds good.
Okay. And then what I'll try to do is I'll jump in there real quick before you ask me another question and say, hey man, if I sent you over a quick video, it's only 5 minutes long, it explains a little bit more in detail what we do. If you like what you see, fine. If not, no big deal. So if I sent that over to you, would you be open to take a look at it?
Yeah, sure. You get that over to me, I'll watch it.
Okay, so I'm gonna text it over to you right now, and then I'll probably, would you be able to look at it right now?
I'll be able to look at it like in the next 10-15 minutes.
Okay, perfect. I'll call you right back. All I want to know is if you want more information or not. Sound good?
Okay then. Yeah, sounds good.
All right. Give me one more person. Wait.
Andre.
Yes, sir.
Hold on, somebody had a question. Who was that?
Candace had an example. She wanted you to call on her.
Oh, okay. Hold on one second. Hold on 1 second. Wait, I got Candace, you there?
I'm here.
Okay. How you doing today?
Hey, how you doing?
Good. Hey Candace, I was just thinking about you, or I ran across your business card, and basically I'm in the Tampa Bay area. I saw you were a professional, and I'm in the process of expanding my business, and I was calling to find out if you keep your options open for bigger and better.
Yeah, that sounds great. As a matter of fact, right now I'm shopping. I'm trying to get ready for an event that I'm hosting this weekend. So yeah, I'm a little busy right now, but it's all good.
Okay. I work with an organization that teaches a wealth building strategy called income shifting, and we're in the process of expanding our operations. And what I like to do is, don't know if it's for you or not, but what I like to do is send you over a quick video about 5 minutes long that shares with you just a taste of what it is that we do. If you like what you see, just let me know if you want more information. If you don't, I can take that too. No big deal. We can part as friends. How's that sound?
Okay. You said income shifting.
Yes.
What we trying to do? Is this legal?
It's legal, yeah. One of the things that we do is we show people how to go from employee or employee to or self-employed to ultimately becoming an investor. And basically, what that means in a nutshell, Candace, is that we show you how to go from working for money to shifting your money to ultimately working for you. Does that make sense?
Yeah. Okay. All right. I just wanted to make sure because I've had a lot of people come to me about, working from home type of stuff, and a lot of that stuff they just take your money.
Yeah, yeah. Well, if we were able, I understand that there's a lot of mess out there, and I agree with you wholeheartedly. But here's what I say: look at the information, and I'm sure you're a pretty good judge of character. So watch it. If it makes sense in 5 minutes, and that's why I only do 5 minutes because I have more information to send you. But if you would see it, can't see anything in 5 minutes, then you definitely won't see it in 40. So that way I don't waste my time or waste yours. So I'll send that over to you. If you like what you see, great. If you don't, think it's a load of crap, just let me know that, and we'll part as friends. How's that sound?
Okay. All right. I can do that.
Cool, cool. So I'll get that over to you, and I'll call you back in 15 minutes. Is that good?
Well, I'm out right now and I'm shopping. I tell you what, let me look at the video and then I'm going to get back at you tomorrow.
How about this? I run a tight schedule. I'm talking to a lot of people right now. It's only 5 minutes. Is there any way you can take a look at it? I can call you back later on this evening.
I'm driving right now. Can I call you back when I get to the house?
When would you be at home? And the reason why I'm saying that is because, like I said, I'm talking to a lot of people right now. 9 times out of 10, you call me, you probably won't reach me, and I hate playing phone tag. I really want to get this information over to you. If it's better to call you tomorrow, I can do that too. But I want to be able to follow back up with you, find out if this is something for you or not, and then we can move on from there. How's that sound?
Okay. All right. Well, you know what? Just call me tomorrow. I'll be available.
Okay. Tomorrow at what time is best for you?
Same time.
Okay. So I got 10 o'clock in the morning right now. So 10 o'clock, I'll give you a call.
That'll be good.
Perfect. So I'll send that. I'll call you tomorrow, send the information over to you, and then I will get right back on the phone. You let me know if you like what you heard or not. Sound good?
Okay. All right.
Awesome. Good stuff. Good stuff. Talk to you tomorrow.
All right. Okay. Bye-bye.
All right. So, any questions, anybody? All right.
Yeah, that was a good one. I actually had somebody to do me like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I appreciate the feedback.
Yeah. Just stay in control of the always just, keep asking questions. If I get that over to you, would you be open to take a look at it? And then, just manage your time, schedule the time, and don't let them brush you off with that. I'll call you back tomorrow, or I'll get back with you. Whatever you say, just don't let them say, I'm going to get back with you. Yeah, that's not how, you can even say that's not how I do business. If I wait for you to get back to me, honestly, you probably never will. That's just been my experience. So what I like to do is follow back up with you. That way I know I have my answer if we should move forward. And I'm talking to a lot of people, and I'm moving very fast right now. So I'm just looking for those that's looking for me, and you keep it moving. And they'll respect that. People with business sense, they'll respect that.
Okay, I have a quick question.
Yes, ma'am.
What if, in that same scenario, they're like, they don't give in and say, hey, just, okay, well, get up with me tomorrow, same time, don't give you a time. How do you handle that? Do you say, well, I'll contact you next week to see if you're going to be available to take a look at what we have, or how do you handle that?
So if they don't give me a time, then I'll say, I can say next week. Sometimes I'll even make it longer. I say I'm talking to a lot of people right now, and this is true actually for me. I won't be able to get back to you probably for another 6 months because I have a lot of people that I'm talking to you right now. I just thought about you, or I just want to give you a call. I ran across your business card, or I thought about you. I want to get this over to you. And but if you're busy right now, you can do one or two things. I can call you back in about 6 months, or I just wait for you to give me a call back. Which one would you like to do? And then we'll go from there.
Okay.
Yep. And they'll tell me, people have to know that I'm not begging you. I'm not trying to beg you to do anything. I have some I want to share. I have some gold right here, and I'm just trying to introduce you to it. You're my friend, or I just met you. I'm expanding my business, but I have gold right here. So all I want to know is if you want some or not. I'm not trying to beg you to get this so that I can get a commission. That's not what I'm trying to do here. My posture is, because I have to have posture, because if I don't, I won't be able to come back and do this tomorrow, because my feelings have been hurt from all the people that's telling me no. Because people are gonna say no. That's just because that's just what they do. It's a part of the game. So I have to be able to come back to play tomorrow. So when I hang up that phone, I want to feel good about myself that I did all that I can do to get this information to you, but also at the same time, I'm not feeling rejected and like, this don't work, nobody wants this. And oh, they want this. We just ain't talking to the right person yet. So I know what we do is good. I know what it's done for me. I know what it's done for thousands of our teammates. So I'm just, I have to get good, get my skill level up so I can help people to understand what it is that we do, and be confident. That's the main thing. If you're saying and you're stuttering, and they're going to sense that. They're going to feel that. So that's why I practice, I drill, I rehearse. And you'll notice I'm saying the same things over and over again for the most part. But people have, and I've talked to a lot of people, so I get all that. I've pretty much heard everything, almost everything people are going to say. I even had one guy tell me, hey, I make $1 million a year already. If you can show me how to make $1 million, then I'm all ears. And I was like, help it up. I didn't know. So he's like, I didn't think so. Goodbye. I was like, whoa. So I said, okay, I get an answer for that. So now my answer is, hey, I never met anybody that make big money that don't want to make more money. Is that true? Yeah, great. So I'm gonna send you over this quick video, and you like what you see, fine. And if not, then fine. So I'm gonna get the answer, and I'm gonna write it down. I'm gonna practice it. So every time you knock me in my head, I'm gonna get back up and come back again with something else. And that's the attitude. It's all about attitude and coming back with more attitude and be able to take a licking and keep on ticking. So that's that, and then maintaining that attitude and keep rolling. So Brother Wade, let's do one more.
Yes, sir.
All right, this is my man Wade, y'all. He just joined the team, and I'm very excited about this brother. His excitement, he stay at a level 10, and you're gonna see some big things from him. So, but Wade, this is Andre, man. How you doing?
I'm doing good. How about yourself?
Good, man. Hey, bro, I was thinking about you the other day. I ran across some powerful information on wealth building, and I learned how to increase my cash flow. And I wanted to send some information over to you. If I did that, would you be open to listening?
Oh, sure. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Okay, so it's a quick video. It's about 5 minutes long. I want to get that over to you to have you take a look at it, and then I'd love to follow back up with you to find out if you want more information. So if I sent that over to you, when do you think you'd be able to take a look at it?
I could probably take a look at it tomorrow.
Okay, tomorrow?
Yes, sir.
Okay, it's about 5 minutes long. You think you can take a look at it a little bit quicker? I'm talking to a lot of people. I don't want to forget about you.
Yeah, I think I can take a look at it tonight.
Okay, when can I call you back real quick to find out if you want more information?
Could you call me back in about 25 minutes?
Okay, perfect. So I'll do that, call you back in 25 minutes. And then, like I said, all I want to know is if you want more information. If you do, great. If you don't, no big deal. We're part as friends, and I'll see you on the basketball court on Thursday like we normally do. Sounds good?
Okay, that sounds real good.
Okay. Wait, you're gonna answer the phone when I call you, right? Don't let me get the voicemail. You'll answer the phone when I call?
Yes, yeah, I'm gonna answer.
Perfect. All right, man. I promise you're gonna love what you see in that quick 5 minutes, and then I'm gonna get more information over to you, and then we're gonna go from there. Sounds good?
Okay, that sounds great.
Perfect. So that's what I do, y'all. Over and over. That's my peak in my past, and I just keep closing. Any questions on that? Anybody got something they want to throw at me? Okay.
I just have a quick question, Andre.
Yes.
What do you do to the prospect who kind of just string along and never, they say they're going to join, and it's like, okay, I'm gonna do it this weekend. This weekend comes, nothing happens. You know, you don't want to chase people, and that's not the race that I want to be in. So it's kind of like, I'll send a text saying, if you're still serious, let's move forward. I want to help you build wealth. And then it's like no response. So how can I help to seal the deal and close it to where it makes them just jump on board? Because I don't know what I'm doing wrong. It's like everything seems to be going right, and then it just kind of is stringing along.
I would say a couple things. One is on your follow-ups, I would make sure, and this is what Dre, I always go back to when I first started working with Dre, and he went EVP, and then it was like a long time before he hit the bonus. I'm like, what's going on? And he just needed to get back on the phone to continue doing 3-ways with me, so that he can hear how what I was saying and why I was saying, and educate him to get his skill level up. So one thing I would say is get back on the phone with Cortez, me, or Dre, and allow us to help you with your follow-ups, because we say things for certain reasons. And what I always do is do a brief recap. So after we do a follow-up, whether it goes good or bad, as soon as we hang up, we're back on the phone together talking about what happened, why did I say this, what happened, what went down. And I told him, and we did that all the way until he hit his first bonus. So if you haven't, and I tell everybody, if you haven't hit that first bonus, that's just our philosophy. If you haven't hit that first bonus yet, stay plugged in with. I want leaders who can make money, who can close. So always stay plugged in. But when you're still gonna have that happen. It's still gonna happen. I'm dealing with a young lady right now out of Atlanta who same thing. She said, I'm gonna get started on this date. This date come around, she was super flaky. She was like, I'm gonna get started this day, and this and that. And what I do is I normally, it's just really got to get a feel of that person. If they say they're gonna get started on this date, okay, that day comes, I send them a text message in advance. I say, are we building wealth today? And no, I'm not, I have an emergency coming up. Okay, I can understand that. So I'll let that slide. That's cool. So when are we gonna get it moving? Okay. And what I normally do is, before I do that, it depends on where I'm at with my bonus or what's going on. I'll even say, if you get started by such and such a date, then I'll also be able to have a coupon for you, $25, that I can take off if you can commit to that date. So that sort of seals the deal as well. So when they get ready to get started, they said, I'll tell them sometimes 48 hours. If you can do it in 48 hours, then I can take 25 off of that. So it's only, instead of 119, it's 94. Okay, so let's say that don't phase them. So that day comes, they're not ready to get started. So I'll reschedule. No problem. We're going to reschedule. All right. Is this something you want to ask a confirmation question too sometime as well, so that you don't waste your time? And let them know. Say, be straight up with me. Is this something that you're serious about doing, or are you just wasting my time? And they're going to tell you. They might even say, no, I'm serious about it. I'm not wasting your time. I'm serious about this. They'll say, okay, great. So what date can you commit to getting started so we can change your life, so we can change your life financially? Okay. They say, Friday. Let's do it Friday. Friday come, here it come with something else. If I'm to the point where I'm tired of it, I'll just say, look, you said you were ready to get started this day. That didn't happen. You said something else came up. Again, you said you were serious. Are you serious about this or no? No. Yeah, I'm serious. What I'll do is I'll send them the link. I'll say, go ahead. Whenever you get ready, go ahead and fill out the link. I look forward to helping you get started whenever you do. Just let me know when you're ready. If I don't get to that point, the next thing I would do is say, let me say what I told her. This is what I told her today. She's been stringing me along. I said, Jennifer, it's been a pleasure. You share with me you had some goals. I like you, but you keep giving me the runaround. I know life happens and you don't owe me an explanation. I said, but this info is the solution to your problem. Here's the link to get started. I look forward to helping you achieve your goals. And I'm done. I'm out. You know, she texts me back, as soon as I can afford the sign-up fee, I promise. Wonderful. You know, so I'm on to the next. So you don't want to chase people down. What you do is you follow back up. If they don't get started, just put them, guess what? Don't forget this. We have a promotion in December. So put them on your list for December, and then you call them back in December. Or if it's January, right, and this is going on, call them back in 3, 4, 5 months. You know, put them on your list to follow back up. You know, because things change. And I also do that W-4 in advance too, because sometimes people have money challenges too. So I'll ask them, is money the challenge? You know, and I say, if we were to do your W-4, there might be some extra cash there for you as well. If we were to do that and there's some extra money come out of that, would you be willing to use that to get started? Oh yeah, most definitely, most definitely. So they could be lying or whatever, but like Mr. Stokes said, it's their money anyway, so I'm gonna help them get it. And if they choose to make that move, then do that. But I try not to chase people. I don't say, you ready to get started this week? You ready to get started this week? I don't do that. What I say, you know, you can commit to that date. That day come. I had a lady today who was supposed to sign up. I called her once. I text her on Tuesday. I said, just confirming we're building wealth on Thursday. She said, yep, we sure are. I said, cool. Thursday come, I send her a text. I said, is 5 o'clock still good for you? No answer. Okay, that's one. I text her again. I said, I'm not trying to pester you. I have something scheduled at 5. I want to make sure that we're still doing business. No answer. That's 2. 5 o'clock come, I call her because I'm keeping my commitment. And no answer. I said, Ms. Wanda, I said, it's been a pleasure talking with you. I said, I hope everything's okay. I said, but if you change your mind, let me know that so I can move forward. If you're still serious about this, let me know that as well, and we'll go from there. Left a message, and I said, I hope to hear back from you, you know. So she finally texted me later on tonight, said she had an emergency come up. Should get started next week. So we'll see. But if people keep giving you the runaround and doing that, I just send them the link and say, you know, whenever you're ready, I look forward to doing business with you and helping you achieve your goals. But I'll let them know I'm not going to chase you. I'm looking for people that are serious. That's it.
Right.
Yeah. Don't allow people to waste your time, because I take it personally, because from a personal standpoint of, if we schedule a time to talk at 5, then guess what? I'm closing my office door. I'm locking my door. My children are banging on the door. Daddy, daddy, right? And my wife, you know, I'm leaving my wife out there with them. And then you fail to show up at that call. You just fail to do what you say you're gonna do. So I take that personal. So I say, you know, if you're not gonna move forward, then just let me know right now. If it's just not for you, if you're not gonna, you know. So I just don't. I take that. I try to take that personal. I do it on purpose so that I can be straightforward with people, because I'm not a salesman. I'm not trying to sell them. I'm just letting them know that if they watch that Brian Bean presentation, if they watch that Brian Bean Peak and Pass, he absolutely tears it up. And there's nothing that I'm going to say that's more important than what he said in them videos that's going to make them move forward. I mean, I can help this decision along, but I'm not going to try to convince people. It's not worth your time. There's too many people out here hurting and want to hear this information than to me to spend that time chasing one person. Yeah. Cool.
All right, thank you, Andre.
Let them go. Let them go. Continue though working on your skill level though. Continue learning that 2-4-3 presentation, because it builds your confidence, and you can be able to. I'm doing the presentations live on Facebook, not to do them live on Facebook and get prospects. I'm doing them because I want to really get good at it, so that I can go and talk in organizations, talk in front of groups, and have my presentation down, that I know it by heart so that I'm super good at it. So I know if I do 100 presentations real fast, then I'll be where I want to be at. Yeah, as far as, because that's what Ivy Stokes and Mr. Curry do. They travel all around the country teaching this stuff. And that's what I want to do. I want to be able to travel and, take my family. We go stay in a hotel. We go to Tennessee, like Cortez. We go to Ohio. We go over here and turn it into a business trip and teach and have fun, and enjoy life and educate people. So just work on you, and when that opportunity, like they say, when luck and opportunity and preparation meets, then blessings happen, luck happens, whatever you want to call it. That's when the magic happens. Stuff happens because you're prepared for that opportunity. If you have an opportunity come to you and you're not ready for it, then you're gonna miss it. You're gonna miss it. So stay on that phone. I'm telling you, call Cortez up, call me up, call Dre up, call somebody up, and role play those closes, because the more you get comfortable with it, you need to have a system of closing. My system is, did you watch the information? Yes. Yeah. What did you like best about what you saw? I like this. I elaborate. What questions do you have? It sounds like you're ready to get rolling. And I do that, and I say, hit me with this, hit me with the pyramid, hit me with, I don't have the money, hit me with, I don't have time, hit me with, what do I get? Hit me with that. And then when they hit me, I have a response for it, and he who has the best response is going to win. Bottom line. So, all right.
Well, I had asked Cortez to give me a quiz today to test my knowledge on what I knew.
Okay.
And some things need to be tweaked, but I feel like when I do the live videos, that last one I did, I got a lot of, it was a confidence booster. My kids were around, it was crazy, but I look at that one in comparison to the ones when I'm by myself, and it's a big difference.
Yeah.
It's a huge difference.
Yeah.
But I think what I'll do is I'll break them up and not do the whole 2, 4, 3 in one presentation, but just in multiples, like talk about taxes and debt in one, and then the other one talk about inflation and I'm drawing a blank right now. So it's just, I think breaking them up will help me build up to doing the full presentation, but also just encourage me to do more of them, because when I do it on my personal page, I get a lot more responses than when I do it on my fan page. Right. And that I did notice a huge difference.
Yeah. Both of them will work. I will say this: it's a confidence, like you said, it's a confidence booster. Both of them will work doing a full presentation, and then also doing bits and pieces and I've noticed a lot of people have been doing that, just trying to get a feel of what kind of activity they're going to get from that. But this is network marketing from the business income standpoint. So it's gonna be work involved, and trust me, it's a lot to get in here and practice this whole 2, 4, 3 presentation and get it down. So what I do is I'll listen to Ivy Stokes or Brian Bean, and I'll take the things that I like from what they say, and I'll just practice it. You just gotta practice it. And the thing about it is that I let people know when I go live, I say it's going to be 30 minutes. So if you don't have 30 minutes, then you don't want to watch this video. Go ahead, turn it off. And basically what you're doing, you're just letting people know. Again, I'm not begging you. You got to let people, you got to take that, I need some money off your forehead. Not saying you, I'm just saying, you got to take that, I need you to join my, please. You don't want
but them. I need the money.
But and that's just attracts. That's what attraction marketing is. It's not faking. It's just being confident in what you're doing. And everybody's out there hurting. Everybody, not everybody, but a lot of people out there hurting and struggling, trying to make it happen. But it's not the fact that you see those people on there doing all this money stuff. Throwing their money and stuff like that.
Right.
That's not, that attract those type people.
That's not reality. Exactly.
No, that's going to attract those type people, and they really don't build long term anyway because they chase money. But if you got somebody that's legitimate and that's hardworking, and you just land it on the line, No matter what your situation is right now, you just bringing it and you're passionate about what you're sharing, then they're going to feel that because they say that person is real. I can relate. And that's somebody I want to connect with. You know, they passionate about what they're doing. They don't know where I'm at when I'm going live. I mean, I could be in a one-room shack, but it's the fact that I practice my presentation. I'm confident I'm bringing the whole thing. That dude knows his stuff, you know. So even if you're doing a short video or a long video, just come across with confidence, speak loud, speak strong, and you sharing with them. And that's why I always say, share funk, because what I mean by funk is something that they don't know, that they've never heard before. You know, the easy stuff that most people say, you know, they get on there and turn the camera on and say, you know, you got to be persistent. You got to just keep pushing forward. And, you know, that's basic. You know, you got to tell them something they ain't never heard before. So guess what? That's going to cause you to have to read and grow and listen to stuff that most people don't listen to. And you know, and bring them something new, something, a strategy that they never heard. Go on Alvin Curry, acurrytraining.com, and listen to he got a ton of trainings on there. Do something. I have a book. Where's my blue book at? Here it is. Called Direct Selling. It's so old that the pages just, they just falling up. You know, it's an old book, but it's like a 1980 something. And I'm reading it, and it talks about, he has a part in here about having a home-based business and taxes. And just the way that he explains it is like totally different from what I heard before. And I said, now that's just some funk, you know, I can turn that into a video. People never heard that before. Most people don't read, period. So you just want to, you know, grab something.
So sad.
Yeah. And share good content, good, strong content. Cash flow quadrant. I did a video the other day, the E, S, and the B, and the I. Most people it's amazing how you realize that so many people haven't even read Rich Dad Poor Dad. You know, teach the difference between, like you said, people have fear, and I forgot how he explains it, but it's pretty powerful. But they get up and go to work because they have fear. They go to work, they get a paycheck, their fear eases because they got their paycheck, then the paycheck is gone, the fear rises up again. That's what keeps them going to work, and then they're in that cycle. They keep doing it over and over. That's fun. You know, because people don't think about that. They don't think about that. So share that stuff like that with people, and they're going to be like, wow, I want to hear more. And just put real good content on your page, like a good, you know, read. You got to, my goal is to start reading 11 pages a day, and I'm setting a time, 9:30 each night, read 11 pages a day, so I can start creating more video content. I'll start doing more videos. And you want to share good content. I shared a video on my page today, and I got 60 seconds and we're done. But I shared it. Anybody got any questions or anything? Let me share that. Okay. All right. But I shared a video on my page today about a guy who owned a Lamborghini, and he went into the bank to get a loan for $5,000 because he was going overseas. And the loan officer said, yeah, we'll give you the loan, but we need some collateral. So he gave her the keys to his Lamborghini, and the lady was like, what, for $5,000? And he was like, yeah, here's my Lamborghini. So he left, went on his trip. The teller went and told all her friends, this guy just gave me a Lamborghini as collateral for $5,000 loan. That doesn't make sense. So when he came back, he paid the $5,000 loan. He paid $7 in interest. He gave him money back to pay $7 in interest because it was like just a week later. And the lady gave him back his keys to the Lamborghini. And as he left, she said, excuse me, sir, why did you, I don't understand. Why did you give us your car for a week for a $5,000 loan? You know, that just doesn't make sense to me. He said, well, in New York City, this is the only place where I can find parking for a whole week for $7. You know.
Wow. Wow.
So he used some leverage to be able to have some parking. But so that's what I call funk. You know, just sharing something with people that they never heard of, and that's gonna wow them or make them laugh or make them cry or whatever. And that's how you draw. You know, draw people into you. And and then they'll fill out your link, your WooFoo link, and you got more leads than you can have. Yeah. So, and Facebook is huge. You got millions and millions and millions and millions of people just waiting. We all are in different circles. So we can win here. We can win here big time. And then YouTube, I get leads off of YouTube as well, doing YouTube videos. So Instagram is wide open. Facebook is wide open. All these avenues are available to you. You just got to bring them, give them some value that they're not getting anywhere else. Yep. Cool. All right, everybody. Appreciate y'all hanging in there. I hope this was some good information. Kansas said you can, okay, cool, good training. Perfect. All right, well, I appreciate y'all. Anybody got anything before we go? Any wrong bottom role play? Questions, anything? Here we go.
I just want to comment. I'm sitting here with our new teammate Latrice, and we've been peeking and passing all day. Yes. And
really?
Yeah. She's been passing the phone to me, but we're in training, so somebody called her back, and she just by sitting in training and just getting it from everyone else and doing all day, she had the courage to go ahead and pass them herself, so she got her first pass.
Nice.
Back when we get off training. Right.
Okay, cool. All right. Congratulations. Good stuff. And that's what we want. That's what we want to hear. Good stuff. Awesome. All right. Well, we look forward to seeing the results from that. And all right. Well, y'all have a good night. Appreciate y'all. I'm available all the time, anytime. I love doing the role play. Love answering any questions. We are here. Don't be shy. This is why we're here. So contact us. My number is 813-298-5529. That's my cell. Again, that's 813-298-5529. You can send me a text, give me a call, and I would love to role play with anybody. Get you stronger. All right. Y'all have a good night. Talk to y'all later.
Thanks.
All right.